Welcome to Prairie Grove Tiger Football. Brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club. The club is dedicated to supporting all the athletic programs at Prairie Grove. You can visit them at www.pgtigersonline.com for all your Prairie Grove Tiger sports information. And by generous donations of the Prairie Grove Telephone Company. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. Tonight's announcers are Kendall Lehman and Dennis Gill. Producing tonight's game is Lynn Gregson. And now it's time for Tiger Football.
Get the Tiger corralling.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to you tonight from Cassville, Missouri, as the 1-0 Tigers are going to take on the 2-0 Cassville Wildcats. I'm Kendall Lehman. I'll be your play-by-play tonight announcer, and Dennis Gill will be doing the color commentary. Lynn Gregson's away from us tonight, so Angie Gill's going to be sitting in and keeping first downs and rushing yards, and then Steve Halbert is up on top of the press box doing the camera work again. While we're here, it's a beautiful night. We had rain earlier this week, but the field is beautiful. It's a really nice setting for high school football, a little bit different for us tonight than last week down in Lavaca. They've given us our own space. We've got chairs. We're spread out and ready to go. Well, before we get started, Cassville's sitting at a 2-0 mark. And this week, I think Dennis did a little bit of research. Dennis, can you tell us what Cassville's strengths are this year?
Cassville, number one, their biggest strength is probably going to be their defensive team, their full defensive team. They're bringing back 10 starters from their last year. They are the two-time defending 3A state champs in Missouri. So a group of 10 starters coming back from this year after last year's successful season. They're going to be very, very strong at the defensive end of the football field.
Okay, and then last week, of course, Prairie Grove started off a little bit sluggish in that first half, went in at halftime down 21-14, and at that point, both teams were sitting at about 200 yards total offense for the first half. Came out in the second half, and some things changed quite drastically. Lavaca ended up getting only about 70 yards in the second half, while Prairie Grove added on about another 300 yards and ended up with a little over 450 yards rushing. So that looks good. What do you see from them after watching them last week and now coming to this game? What do you expect from them?
Well, Kendall, I think the first thing you got to say is that they made improvement. They went in during the second half and made some adjustments, both defensively and offensively. They got a couple of guys that missed the first half, and that affected them on the front lines of the offense and the defensive line. And once those guys came in, number one, they were fresh, and number two, they were raring to go. Plus, the adjustments that were made a big difference in the second half. Those adjustments were impressive. The thing about the first game, you're going to make mistakes, but a lot of improvement is made between the first game and the second game. So I'm looking forward to see if we can come out a little quicker off the gate and kind of set the tone for this ball game.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to once again remind you that as you're watching us tonight, you can go out to www.pgtigersonline.com, and at the top of the page is a tab that says feedback. And when you click that feedback tab, you'll go to a page where it says, there will be a button at the top that says new guest book entry. Click that. You can put your name, where you're from if you want to. You can leave us a message if you want to. Last week it was fantastic. We had people talking to us all throughout the game. It allowed us to know that you were watching. But most importantly, if you notice any kind of technical difficulties throughout the game, we really need for you to remind us of that. We do not see what you are seeing on your end. And so last week I know we began to encounter some problems as we got closer to halftime, and we had people tell us that and give us feedback, and we were able to make some adjustments, and it cleared that up. So we very much appreciate that feedback, and then we just want to know you're watching. Hey, before we go any further, each week I tell you that the Prairie Grove Booster Club has been very generous in helping us get this broadcast started, and so far it has been received very, very positively. But most importantly, the Prairie Grove Telephone Company has given lots of money, given lots of time, and just really donated generously, and we very much thank them for that. So we're gonna give them a little bit of time right here.
is proud to sponsor Tiger football. With PG Telco's high-speed internet service, you can catch all the Tiger football action at pgtelco.com. Call PG Telco today and let us be your connection to PG Tigers online and the World Wide Web. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at Cassville Stadium, and I'm sure you can hear the crowd, what they're cheering for. We're on the Cassville side, and the Cassville players have now left their field house and are down at the end of the Spirit Tunnel waiting to come on. And so when they come on, it's going to be extremely loud. Across the field, the captains for tonight's game: number 10, John Coffey; number 74, T.J. Farmer; number 22, Aaron Beach; and number 30, Daniel Schrock. Hey, Dennis, last week we kind of joked around that we had a little equipment malfunction. Two of the senior players forgot their helmets, and a neat story about that is T.J. Farmer, and it just so happened my son was one of them, and T.J. Farmer went up to him at some point in the game and said, "You know what, David, I'm here for this team. You're like a brother. Here's my helmet. I want you to play for us."
Yeah.
And he is just the perfect picture of that team player, and we say that almost every game, but TJ just continues to show what it's like to be a team player.
That's absolutely right, Kendall. He's a super kid, and has been a Tiger from the day he hit the ground, and couldn't wait to be on this football team as a youngster. And now he's been able to live out his part of the dream and be a senior football player for the Prairie Grove Tigers, and it means a lot to him. And it's exciting to see him when he's on the sideline, even, and especially when he touches the field. He is wide open, and he's just a ball of energy, and he's so exciting and fun to watch.
Well, the captains meet at the middle of the field, shaking hands. We've got 4 captains on each side, and so they're kind of all reaching around each other here. And now the coaches are stepping in and shaking hands. As soon as all this finishes, the referee is going to step in the middle, and he'll toss the coin, and we'll see what happens here. Last week at Lavaca, the Prairie Grove Tigers won the toss and elected to receive.
This must be a Missouri rule that you got the coaches out on the field for the coin toss. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
I didn't even notice, but you're right. That's something you don't normally see.
You've got the 2 officials facing each sideline there on the hash marks. Also, there was a time when you'd see a lot of unsportsmanlike things going on before ball games, even before the pregame or before the game started. And I guess that's an adjustment from the official standpoint to try to prevent some of those things. And a lot of that has trickled down from the college ranks and maybe even the professional ranks. Some of that kind of got out of hand. But hey, it's a procedure. It's pretty neat. I think it's a really neat deal to have the coaches out there.
That is neat. I saw it. I didn't think a thing about it. Well, we're still waiting to see what the ruling is. Well, our cohort, Lynn Gregson in Alabama tonight, writes and says, "Guys, the sound and picture looks great and is working well. Miss being there with you. Lynn, we miss you too."
You bet, Lynn. We sure do.
We got to put up with Angie Gill here tonight, but we'll do it.
She's not using the computer. She's using a file folder and a pencil. Don't know how she's going to be able to keep up with what you were keeping up with.
Eric Schrock wrote to me, Dennis, from I-540. Now, I hope he's got his hands on the wheel. Actually, he's probably sitting beside the I-540 patrolling it since he's a state patrolman. And he said before the game, let's get this thing kicked off. And then, of course, our Schrock fan from California that's with us every week, Jeannie, that's Daniel Schrock's grandma. She writes and says, "Love being able to watch number 30 Daniel Schrock, my grandson. Thank you so much for the live feed." Well, we very much appreciate doing that for you, and we are still at the middle of the field waiting on this toss.
We're getting quite a lesson out there. Well, I tell you what's exciting to hear those people respond back to get the feedback that they're giving us. It's exciting for us. It kind of gives me a little chill that they're excited about listening to what we're going to be able to produce for them out here, and they're excited to watch their kids. It looks like we have won. They won the toss, but they're kicking. It
That's
looks
right.
like we're going to receive deferred, I suppose. Here we go.
Well, the field runs north and south, so the Tigers will be facing the south on the field. And the rest of the Tiger team is down close to the north end zone. They're on a knee waiting on their captains to come down with them. And in just a second, they'll bust through the run-through sign and come through our Spirit Tunnel.
Well, we're going to find out pretty quick exactly how the tone of this game is going to be for Prairie Grove. Cassville has, for the last, I'm not sure if this is the same kicker they had last year, but they've got a kicker that we feel like could probably put the ball at least down on the goal line. He may kick it in the zone. He'll give us an opportunity to possibly run our reverse with a little more room to work with, assuming they kick it deep. And may set the tone for the whole ball game. If we can effectively pull that off and get good field position, we can move the football if we can start out with a good tone. So looking forward to that.
Well, there come the Tigers.
You know, you can kind of tell by watching kids, if they're just overly excited, overly fired up. Sometimes the kids are just so excited they don't pay attention to what they're doing. But we look kind of serious, on a mission, kind of business-like here, and
yeah.
I hope that's what we're doing.
I do too.
Looking forward to that.
Hey, Joe!
It'd be nice to see us come out with a business-like attitude, like you were saying, and just take this and just drive it piece by piece all the way down the field, set the tone, and really make a statement right here at the beginning of the ball game.
That's right. Prairie Grove has been known to eat up an entire quarter on offense, and what better way to control the game than to do that?
That's for sure.
3 yards here, and 3.5 yards, or 4 somewhere in there. You're going to get a first down. Just keep ticking it down the road.
Well, back deep, all the way back, is number 88 Seth Sapp, number 20 Weston Bartholomew, number 5 Skylar Ellis, and number 86 Christian Denton. Kicking for Cassville's number 14 Bo Blizzard. And we're about ready to play football here. There's the kick. Low line drive. Ellis hands it to Denton, who hands it to Bartholomew up the left side. He's on his way down the field.
There he goes.
He's to the 40. He misses the kicker. He's to the 30, and all the way down to the Cassville 25-yard line.
That's exactly what we were looking for right there. A good start. Number 3, Trey Rose on the tackle for Cassville. Well,
I didn't kicker number 19.
Go.
I didn't see him, and as he breaks through, I thought he's clear, and then I see the kicker. He almost beats the kicker.
Kicker slowed him down just enough.
He did. Well, we need the offense to capitalize on this. We're sitting at the Cassville 24-yard line with a 1st and 10. Cooper Winters coming up at quarterback for the Tigers. There's the snap and the handoff to Stephen Thomas over the left side. He maybe got 2 yards. Dennis, that's the strength of that team right there.
That's it, right up the middle, right up the gut, and the defensive line's pretty salty. So
yeah.
You got to set the tone with them, though. You got to establish the fact that you're going to run the ball, and there's certain plays that this offense has to be able to run, and that's it. One of them is the fullback trap, and they'll get to that here in a minute.
Well, in the backfield for the Tigers is Skylar Ellis, Stephen Thomas, and Caleb Sugg is lined up at the wing back. We're rolling to the right, looking, no one. Winters decides to tuck it, and there is nothing there. We may have actually gained about a yard. We're down, just barely, to the Cassville 21.5-yard line, 3rd and 7 to go. Tigers come up to the line. Seth Sapp split out wide to the left. Thomas and Ellis in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff to Ellis around the left side. Nothing there. He's going to cut back to the right. And there was absolutely nothing there. He got caught in the backfield for a loss of about, that's 6-yard loss for the Tigers.
Yeah, Chris Smith on the tackle. If Cooper could have made that block, we could have got around the corner. the thing about it, they pursue good. They cut off the run to the left, and then on the cutback, the two defensive linemen were just right there waiting on him. There was nowhere for him to go. That backside they're doing a good job. And they're not over pursuing the ball.
See Christian Denton and R.T. Waddell coming in. R.T. will be at the tight end spot. This tells, and R.T. and Suggs split way out to the left. Here we go. Looking downfield. Oh, the pass comes out of Winter's hands and is just not accurate. So the Tigers are going to turn over on downs after a fantastic kickoff return. We were just unable to move the ball. However, we have pinned them deep down in their end of the field.
Well, we need to keep them down here. If we can make a good stand right here, that'll be, just don't give them up a big play. Giving up a big play is what kills your defense. If they drive down the field, they drive down the field. Just don't give up a big breaker.
Number 5, Ricky Nichols is quarterback. Oh, and there, Dennis, how about that?
Nice stop.
There is big Nick Perez to meet. I couldn't tell, number 27, that is Kyle Bratton. He met him in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss. That was very nice to see.
Good start. That's a good start for your defense right there. Pretty tough on that left side of the defensive line.
Yeah.
Their right side of their offense. That's pretty strong look for us.
Nichols back up under quarterback. He's going to drop and look to the left. Ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground. That's
Prairie Grove recovers.
That's fumble right there. Hey.
Yes. Prairie Grove's ball. Well, they drop back and make the pass and actually complete the pass, but Noah Hunter is there for the stop.
That's right.
And just gets a hand in there and knocks the ball loose, and we recover it. So the Tigers will go back on offense. The ball is now at the Cassville 27.5-yard line. The offense comes back on the field. This will be our second possession. We hope that we kind of get a feel for things here after a bit and begin to move this ball. We now have Murphy and Bartholomew in the backfield. Winters is up under center. Sugg is in motion. There's the snap. Fake to Murphy. Well, Dennis, we were trying to run a little option there, and he was going to fake to Murphy and tripped over his feet.
I think Jared just tripped down. Jared slipped when he didn't get the ball. He slipped down, and then Cooper got tied up in his feet.
Well, that's a
tough break.
Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Tigers from the 28.5-yard line.
He may be showing a little nerves here.
Yeah, I think so.
Nerves, maybe.
There's John Halbert splitting out wide to the left. Caleb Sugg and Skylar Ellis to the right. In the shotgun. Snap. Handoff to Bartholomew up the middle. He's looking for a hole and finds a little crease. Gets up to the 25-yard line of Cassville. Well, I tell you, that's Weston's strength, just looking for a tiny crease, making little cuts.
That's right. He's quick, and he's going upfield as he's making those cuts. That's a good thing. He's not jitterbugging east and west. He's going north and south. That's a good thing.
That's going to bring up third and 8 for the Tigers.
The thing about it is we're in 4-down territory.
Sure.
The worst thing that happens, we're going to go for it on 4th down and keep them back here, keep them pinned up.
Shotgun. Handoff to Bartholomew again. He tried to go right up the middle. He was right on Cunningham's back, the right guard, and boy, we just didn't get a push at all. Let's see what we're going to do here.
Adam Keir for Cassville making that tackle. That was pretty good. They just stopped us up. We'll probably come back with a little bootleg play right here.
Hey, Dennis, Doug Bartholomew watching again. Kay Absher at home watching again, and Joni at home watching again also.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
All right, Tigers up. 4th and 7. Winters in the shotgun. Snap.
There it is. There's the bootleg. There's the bootleg.
Okay, let's look. Have we got somebody open? No, it's intercepted.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's going to score, Dennis. That's number 3, Trey Rose, with the interception, and he takes it all the way to the other end for a touchdown.
Well, that was a poor decision by our quarterback. He was staring at that guy the entire way. Not only did he throw off balance, he threw it back to the middle of the field.
Right.
That was just a bad decision. Hey, he's a 10th grader. He'll learn from that. I wish he'd hung on and made the tackle. You got to stay on your feet and try to make that tackle.
I was looking out there. We had a couple of receivers go out and kind of turn to the flat, and then one kind of in the middle. And boy, it's just hard to find them all when you're searching
when you're running,
there.
That's right. You got to look to throw that thing over somebody's shoulder, not back over the middle. That's tough break.
Number 19, Garrett Barnes for the extra point, and it's up and good. That's going to give Cassville a 7-0 lead with 6:23 to go in the first quarter.
That's tough. Well, we'll see how they handle it. They come back out and play tough football. That's okay.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the guys yesterday, and I said, really last week, Lavaca kind of showed them some things, but probably not one of the strongest opponents they're going to face this year. And I said, tomorrow night you may face a little bit of adversity. How are you going to bounce back?
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll find out. They probably didn't expect to. They intended to, but they probably didn't expect to take the opening kickoff, 80 yards down the field. And,
right.
Kind of surprise them. They get out there on offense. The first 4 plays didn't go real well, but then they got another chance. They got a great opportunity. Well, now they got to settle down. They got to quit worrying about it. Got to put that stuff behind them and get out there and compete again.
Yeah.
Competing is the key to this evening.
That is the key. This is an out-of-state game. It's a non-conference game. At the end of the year when they determine who goes to playoffs, this one's not counted. But you want to come here and compete and show that you can compete at a high level.
That's right. Hey, you want to be better, you got to play against better people. So
That's
this
right.
is how you do it right here. It's a good place to come play football.
Number 19, Barnes to kick again. There's a good kick. That's going to go to Seth. Oh, that's into the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback. They'll bring that ball all the way back out to the 20-yard line of the Tigers.
I suspect the coaching staff kind of had some words for number 19 after that first kickoff. A little low-line drive and gave us a chance.
Let's not do that again.
All right, now we'll find out what we're made of. We've got to drive at 80 yards.
And Dennis, once again, to reiterate what you said at the beginning of the ball game, Cassville's a 2-time defending state champion and are ranked number 1 in the state right now in their what they call their Class 3, which is really about our size.
Very similar to our size, that's right.
Very good team. Well, here we go again. Winters under center. There's the snap, the handoff to Schrock up the middle. He's got room. Look at him go all the way down. They're going to place it at the 34-yard line. All of those people tuned in to see the Moose Schrock. Well, there he was.
It's a great run. He's protecting that football, though.
Always. That's his trademark right there. He gets 14 yards on the carry all the way up to the 34-yard line. Good hole right there, Dennis.
That was a good hole by the offensive line. They hit it quick. They did a good job. That fullback can hit them quick.
All right, here we go. Winters rolling to the right. He's looking. Sugg is open in the flat, just out of the reach of his hands. He dove for the ball, but I don't think he was ever going to get there, Dennis. It was just out of the reach.
No, that wasn't his best pass.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the 34-yard line. Got Grant Long watching us now. He says, "Let's go, Tigers, pick it up."
You got to throw the ball a little bit to open up the defense and get them to back up just a little bit, but you got to execute those type things when you do throw them. You can't go for a 0 yardage on a down.
All right, 2nd and 10. Winters under center. Here we go. Schrock off to the right side, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage there for a no gain or possibly, no gain.
Tough play there.
Dennis, you being the coach, I'm sure it's kind of like a chess match right now. Each coach trying different things to see what's going to work.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's what Coach Absher and Coach Elder are doing. They're trying to figure out exactly, they're trying to manipulate what the defense is doing by their offensive sets, and then sometime between now and the end of the half or at halftime, they'll adjust their blocking scheme to that, and it should give us a little help.
Quick pitch to Ellis around the right side, and boy, nothing there. Great play by number 50, Justin Flugg, for the Wildcats. I saw Kurtzinger pulling as a guard and came out and actually hit him, but boy, he went right through into the tackle.
Dalton Kurtzinger pulled out there and was in the right spot to make a good play. I don't think he expected to be. He thought he was going to be given the block or given the lick, and he got the lick given to him. Number 29, Trenton Tanner, kind of went right through him and got in on the tackle also.
Well, Dennis, one of our first punts of the year right here.
First punt. We'll see how we cover punts. We got good athletes out there on the outside covering those punts. If we get a good punt, we'll be in good shape.
Snaps back.
No
Daniels
Decent
with the
punt.
kick.
Didn't get much of a roll.
We need to get on the ball. Okay, there it hits the ground, takes a little bit of a Tiger bounce.
Yeah, we need a better punt.
It's going to go down to the Wildcat 42-yard line. They'll give them a 1st and 10 from there. Flag on the play. Let's see what we've got here. They're pointing over to the Wildcats. Illegal procedure on the Tigers. I bet they're going to make us kick that again, Dennis.
They may make us punt that again. They declined
No, they
it.
declined
They
it.
want the ball right there where it is.
All right, with 3:47 to go in the first quarter, the Cassville Wildcats lead the Tigers 7-0. Ball is going to be placed on the 42.5-yard line of the Wildcats. Tigers defense is out on the field. Defense has not played bad.
Not played
Just
bad.
need to continue to play hard here. Nichols drops back for the pass,
Good
almost
job.
intercepted by Skylar Ellis.
Good job, Skyler, getting underneath that pass. That's what a linebacker's supposed to do. That's what we were not doing in the first half last week against Lavaca. Linebackers have got to be underneath that little out route, and it's hard to do, but he took a good angle, made a really nice play.
Nichols at quarterback again for the Wildcats. Good play by the defense on that first down. It's 2nd and 10. There's a handoff up the middle. No, it's not. Nichols keeps it. It's on the ground. But he picks up his own fumble. Nichols faked the handoff, came around the left side and fumbled the ball, but then got back on it again. That's 2 times they've put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, he laid that on the ground. We probably wouldn't have made the tackle. We were in position to make the tackle, but we just reached in and grabbed the ball instead. We need to make sure that we've got someone assigned to make that tackle on that option.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. There's the snap, a quick pitch out to number 27. He's got the left corner. He's going down the side. Cooper Winters ends up pushing him out of bounds, not before he goes all the way down to the Tiger 21 or 22-yard line, 21-yard line.
It's number 27, Kyle Bratton. Pretty good little running play.
You know, I thought we had him on the corner, and then all of a sudden he just busts away on the corner.
Yeah. Got a pretty good block on the corner.
Charles Millman watching. Here come the Wildcats, 1st and 10, number 12 up the middle. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. It's hard to see from this angle. Looks like maybe Southern, and I couldn't tell who all was in on the tackle.
Probably Nick in there. Straight hitter up the middle. We got to stop that because that will be our bread and butter play for them if we can't slow that one down.
Well, we've got Nick and Southern right there in the middle. They're 2 big old boys. They should be able to stop that right up the middle. Number 5, Nichols. Dennis, they're in like the wishbone right there.
That's right. This is what they ran last night in the junior high program. They run that option.
And he kept it. Nichols kept it again around the left side. He's cutting back, and there's a touchdown. You know, we were talking about that before the game started. We were watching them warm up, saying, boy, that option is so hard to defend when you're just not used to seeing it every day.
That's right. Someone has got to be assigned to make the tackle on the fullback, the quarterback, and then the pitch man if the pitch man gets it. And you don't go tackle the quarterback if you've got the pitch man. So it takes a little discipline, takes a lot of practice is what it takes.
Garrett Barnes with the extra point. It's up and good. With 1:59 to go in the first quarter, Cassville leads 14-0.
We with that opening kickoff, we might have just made them mad.
We may have. Yeah.
No, we'll come back out and play a little bit better here. I think our offense will get going in just a minute.
We need to have some success to let them know. You know, you begin to get this thing. We come up here last year, and or I guess that they came to us.
Right.
And, you know, they beat us pretty soundly. Here we come up here again, and we've started this way again, and, you know, you kind of get that thought in your head that, man, these guys, can we play with these guys? And yet I think we have the ability and the athletes too. We just got to have a little confidence and know we can.
That's right. We need something good to happen on our offense. We need to execute one of those pass plays, kind of break them loose a little bit, get a little momentum built up. We're not out of this thing by any means.
No.
It's still a lot of time to play.
Here we go, another kickoff. Number 19 put it in the end zone last time. Here he goes. That one's not going to the end zone. That's going to be caught by Skylar Ellis. He's going to hand off. Here comes Bartholomew up the left side again. Now he's got room, and he's got the kicker to beat. Fake the kicker. There he goes. He's down to the 20, 15, 10.
Oh, boy.
All the way down to the Cassville 8-yard line. Weston Bartholomew is a kickoff return machine tonight.
Well, you would have thought that after that first kickoff, they would kind of protect that right-hand side. That's our home side.
Boy.
But they didn't. I'm glad. That was a great run. Looked like he kind of ran out of gas there at the end.
He did. And, you just don't expect it to happen again. And then here we go again.
Right. Well, this is a great opportunity to get back in the game right here. You got to strike.
Got to capitalize right here. We got to go right here.
That's right.
All right, first and 10 from the 9-yard line. Winters, quarterback. Snap, give to Murphy off the left side. I think he's going to get a couple of yards. He's almost to the 5-yard line of Cassville.
Yeah, gain of about 3.
Well, you do that 4 times, you score.
That's right. They may not let us do it 4 times.
I know. John Halbert bringing the play in for the Tigers. Dennis, I see Sheila Ketzler. She says, I've missed football since my son Corey graduated. Thanks for the webcast.
Hey, great. Good to see you back, Sheila.
All right, Winters under center. About second and goal for the Tigers. There's the snap. Fake. Winters rolling to the right. He doesn't have a receiver.
Throw it out of the end zone.
And he got wrapped up for basically a loss of about 1. Dennis, I heard you say it during the play. Throw it out of the end zone. Don't take the loss. And that's another thing where he learns as he gets older.
That's right. 5 games from now, he runs the same play. He'll throw it out of the back of the end zone.
That's right.
He'll remember. He didn't see a lot of that in junior high. He didn't have to stop and worry about it. He just ran around them. So,
well, at that level, he was faster than most guys he was playing against.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, third and goal from the 9 for the Tigers. Sugg in motion. There's the snap. Handoff to Bartholomew right up the middle. He's still digging. They're going to place him right down at the 5-yard line. Well, what do we do here? Do we go for it or do we put it in and go for a field goal?
I'd like to see us kick a field goal, but I don't know. It looks like we're going to. Quarter's ended, so we get time to think about it a little bit.
That's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, with Cassville leading 14-0. The Tigers have a 4th and 5 from the 5. 4th and goal from the 5.
Just put point. If we run a good play, we might be able to put it in the end zone. We hadn't run a running play for 5 yards, but we're certainly not immune to being able to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're at a quarter here, we're gonna take a little bit of time to thank one of our sponsors.
PG Telco is proud to sponsor Tiger football. With PG Telco's high-speed internet service, you can catch all the Tiger football action at pgtelco.com. Call PG Telco today and let us be your connection to PG Tigers online and the World Wide Web. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
All right, we're back. We're at the end of the first quarter, just about to start the second quarter. Cassville leads 14-0. The ball is placed just right almost on the 5-yard line of Cassville. After Cassville scored their last touchdown, they kicked off, and Weston Bartholomew had a fantastic return all the way down to the 8-yard line. The Tigers gained about 3 on first down. Now here we are, fourth to go on the 5. Sugg in motion. There's the snap.
Yep, there it is.
There's the trap. Sugg is going to score. Touchdown for the Tigers.
All right, good job. There it was.
Dennis, he faked us out. Sugg goes in motion to the. You told me before the play, I think we're going to run the trap. But then Sugg goes in motion and faked us out.
That's right, faked me out.
He turns right around, comes back for the trap. That was the play the Tigers scored 3 times on last week at Lavaca.
Yeah, that was well executed. I guarantee you that putting him in motion threw them off, too. They didn't expect that to happen.
That's right.
Now, I didn't have any confidence in my guess if I'd stuck with it, but I had that play called.
Well, that's good to see. The Tigers bounce back to get put 6 on the board here, and Landon Allen in to kick for the Tigers. There's a snap.
Good
it's
snap.
down. Kick
Good
is up.
Good kick.
And it's good.
Good job. Hey, I'm really excited to watch the fact that we're kicking the extra points. And I don't know for what reason we've been doing it for so many years, going for 2, but that is a huge, huge thing when you kick extra points. Because if you've gained momentum, you've scored, you've done something good, you go in there and run a 2-point conversion, and they stop it, that just gives the momentum right back to the team that just stopped it.
That's right.
But you kick that extra point, you still got something going right there. I'm so excited for us to be doing that now, and I'm tickled that Landon is kicking those balls. And, man, he's doing a great job at it right now. He is doing a good job. Got a good snapper, got a good holder, and the whole program's working right now. That's great.
Well, Jared Murphy, like last week, is going to be the kickoff man tonight. He comes out, and, Dennis, I watched him. Last week his kicks were low. They were real high,
that's right.
Not getting a whole lot of distance. I watched him in warm-ups tonight, and he was putting a foot in the ball. So, he showed he can kick this ball way down the field.
Yeah. Well, maybe last week they were doing that by design. He was kind of pooch. That was sort of his pooch kick method. Maybe he'll kick it deep.
Well, we talked about how the Tigers, we really needed to bounce back from that 14-0 start by the Wildcats. And sure enough, the kickoff return, and we capitalized on that and put 7 on the board. So the Wildcats lead the Tigers 14-7 with 11:48 to go in the second quarter. Jared Murphy to kick off for the Tigers. Well, he got under it again. Number 30 took it at the 30-yard line, and he's going to be stopped right at the 37-yard line of Cassville.
Devin Lindenbrink, senior tight end. I tell you, that's not all bad.
No.
He didn't gain any yardage after the catch. That's not all bad. That's still a short field to cover. But in high school football, if you don't have a kid that can kick it out of the end zone, you take a chance of doing what they've done, kicking it to us deep, and us running it back. So there's 2 sides to each thing. So two sides of theory on this. Let's just play a little defense here and see how we keep them, make them punt.
That's right. Number 5, Nichols at quarterback for the Wildcats. He's going to drop back and look deep. He almost slipped down. Long ball. John Halbert is in great position.
John Halbert made a really nice play there, knocking the ball down. Thought he might have jumped too early, but he got to the ball. Good job.
Number 7, Josh Lewright was the receiver going down the right side. Actually had a couple of steps on John, and if the ball had been thrown a little deeper, he scores.
He may have. I thought John was going to catch up with it either way, but, boy, he did a good job knocking the ball down.
He did. He stayed in good position, jumped at the right moment, got a hand on the ball, and knocked it down. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 36-yard line. Oh, they moved early.
Come up.
There's a good
play.
That's a Murphy coming in from behind. And then, is that Call that came in and helped, or Stephen Thomas maybe?
I believe Jacob Call got in there pretty good.
That's a gain of 2. Dennis, I thought their right side moved just a bit early right there.
But they may have. Very well may have.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us tonight. Lynn is not here, so we're trying to spot on the fly here. We'll call as many names as we can. There's a handoff. They faked us out, but we're going to recover.
Oh, nice play by
Who came in there at the end? That's Jacob Call who came in at the middle. Boy, nice little play. The quarterback dropped back and faked the pass. We jumped.
We jumped. That's right.
And then handed it off, and I thought they had got us, but Jacob Call comes up and recovers nicely and keeps them to about a gain of 3. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5 for the Wildcats, and they're in punt formation. Back deep for the Tigers is number 4, John Halbert, and Skylar Ellis. There's the kick. It's low. Not a great kick. John, be careful. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's another thing from youth right there.
I think it was actually Dennis down.
Did they call him down? They call him down
so.
and pick the ball up? Man.
John's shaken up. And he got when he went down on the ground and tried to make the little flick, he was hit.
Yep.
Down on the field for the Tigers, ladies and gentlemen, number 4, John Halbert, sophomore wide receiver, defensive back. Let's see what he says here. He's okay.
The coaches are pulling him off the field. There we go.
I believe that's a wind knocked out probably right there.
Kind of the way he acted. He wasn't holding anything or grabbing anything. He was just kind of
I'm glad.
Back and forth. Me too.
I'm glad about
that.
Just
kind of knocked the breath out of him. He may have had a knee in his chest when he tried to make that pitch from the back.
Well, 10:07 remaining in the second quarter. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7. Prairie Grove with the ball on their own 26-yard line.
It's key that right now that we move the ball away from this end of the field. We need a first down or two would be great.
That's right.
You know, we just need to get it from this end of the field, give us an opportunity to stay in this position.
You know, we talk about scoring, we got to score, but really right now, all we got to do is just move the ball.
That's right, just move it away from this end of the field.
Winters in the shotgun. There's the snap, handoff to Skylar Ellis around the left side. Skylar Ellis coming around the left side, nothing there. He'll be taken down for a 2-yard loss.
We're starting out real deep in the backfield. That handoff, too, gives them a lot of time to react.
That's true.
That's probably not our best advantage. We need to hit them quick before they've got a chance to come off of the ball, and their linebackers don't have a chance to run downfield because that's what they do. They run downfield.
Well, you know, Dennis, up under center, the read plays, they call them the trap plays, that's our bread and butter. Winters back in shotgun. There's the snap. He fakes to Ellis.
Another fumble.
And we were going to run the option. Well, we fake to Ellis up the middle. Winters is going around the right side to run the option. The pitch man is there, and just as he begins to pitch, ball slips out of his hand, goes on the ground. Cassville recovers. Not a good turnover at the position we're at on the field right now.
Terrible position for a turnover. Turnovers are bad regardless, but this is like throwing an interception right here.
Well, they've scored on one turnover, and here, see if we'll stop them. They moved again. Number 27 up the middle.
We may not have enough men on the field.
Are you saying, Dennis, you don't think we had enough?
We didn't have it. We had 10 men on the field.
Okay.
We don't need to make it any easier on them.
No. That was number 27, Kyle Bratton. He's their main running back. Nichols under center. 2nd and 2. There's a flag.
They got him on a little procedure there that time.
It's going to be procedure against the Wildcats. They've actually done it multiple times before that, but they finally got called. So that, well, that's going to back the Wildcats up 5 yards. That's going to be 2nd and 7 to go. 8:38 in the second quarter. Cassville leading 14-7. Nichols is rolling to the right. He's got a man. And he's going to coast into the... Okay, we're going to have a block in the back right there.
Be a block in the back.
Yeah.
Good call.
That was Dakota Daniels coming up to make a play on the ball. Number 40, that is Stanton Stringer, came in and got him in the back.
Yep.
That's going to bring that play back.
That'll help us out a lot.
That will.
Be a 15-yarder from the spot of the foul. It'll back them off the goal line.
And I believe the spot of the foul was...
Yeah, about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to go back 15 yards. Looks like 10 yards.
Maybe just a blocking in the back. I guess that's 10 yards as opposed to clipping.
All right, well, another penalty on the Wildcats. Remove the ball back 10 yards. Number 5, Nichols up under center again. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. There's a handoff to Bratton over the left side.
Nice job.
And there's nothing there. Hang on to him, fellas.
Job.
That was Spencer Brown to begin with, and then in comes John Coffey, Stephen Thomas, R.T. Waddell,
and Nick Perez had him around the leg, so had him tied up pretty good.
So basically our whole front line on the defense and linebackers were there to meet Bratton on that run off to the left side. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats, and the ball is be placed at the 21-yard line.
We make a play on defense right here. We're going to make them probably kick a field goal, which will be a victory from our end of the deal. Need to make a play here. They're in the spread, right, back.
Nichols is in the shotgun. That's Trenton.
Good job. Attaboy, Nick.
Trenton Tanner on the carry. Nick stayed at home.
Nick Perez stayed at home, made the play.
Yep. Gain of about 1. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. The ball on the 20. I would have thought they'd have kicked with that good kicker they have.
It doesn't look like they're going to kick.
No, they're going to go here. Well,
they're going to call timeout. Think about it a little bit.
All right. 7:27 remaining in the second quarter. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7.
Well, so far our defense has been up to task against their offense.
They have.
They've done a really good job.
2 turnovers for the Tigers tonight. One was on one of the early possessions, an interception returned for a touchdown. This possession right here where Cassville has the ball, they actually got that ball on a fumble recovery. .7:27 in the second quarter. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna kind of do some instructions here on this webcast since we're not next to each other. But one of the things that people have asked for on this, and I apologize, we don't have a way to show you the score on the screen. We hope to have that at some point, but right now we don't. So Steve, on the camera, every now and then at a break, if you could pan to the scoreboard just to help us, and I'll say it as much as I can to let people know where we're at. All right, 4th and 10. Here are the Wildcats. Nichols rolling to the right. Nick's on chase. The ball's caught, but that is short. That's going to turn over to the Tigers. Nichols rolled to the left, threw a pass. It was received by number 7, Josh Lewright, but he was about a yard short of the first down, so that's going to turn the ball over on downs to the Tigers. Good defensive stand for the Tigers.
Good defensive stand. I'm surprised they ran that route and came back with short of the first down, but glad they did. Nick was in the face of the quarterback, and I think Nick kind of got confused on whether to keep pursuing or stop and try to make a tackle. If he'd have gone through him, he might have got the sack, but did a good job on defense, getting through and pressuring the quarterback, because if he'd had more time, they may have thrown that for a first down. He was rushed.
Okay, here are the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Cooper
Winters keeps it on a bootleg off the right side. Good gain. Gain of about 8 yards by Winters. That was a called play for him just to keep it and run.
That's right. Just forego that pitch out there and just keep moving. Give him a little confidence maybe.
That's right. Let him know he can play this game too and get his head back in here with us. Mitch Whitehouse has given us some feedback. He says, thank you, PG Telco, for the webcast, and keep up the good work, fellas. 14-7.
Thanks, Mitch. We appreciate that.
14-7, Wildcats lead the Tigers. The Wildcats came out and scored on an interception return, then scored on another long run. Went up 14-0, and we were kind of wondering how the Tigers would handle that. And they came back with a long kickoff return by Weston Bartholomew and then capitalized on that and scored a touchdown to make it 14-7. We ended up fumbling the ball on the next couple of possessions and held the Wildcats from their end of the field. Wildcats turned it over on down, so now the Tigers have taken over the ball, and it's going to be second and about half a yard as Cooper Winters just kept on a bootleg over the right side.
This is a good play to run a pass play right here. See if you can't burn them deep.
6:59 remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and a half yard for the Tigers. Snap, handoff to Murphy.
Get upfield. Ooh.
I think he got it. Got
a pretty good spot.
Didn't get a whole lot, but I think he got it.
Got a real good spot. He needed to get that forward lean going a little bit there.
And that's going to be a
first down.
That is going to be a first down for the Tigers. That's just get it out of that hole a little bit at a time.
That's a conservative call, and this is a spot to be conservative. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, there's not a thing wrong in the world if we take up the rest of this quarter and just go down and score. Take 6:47 off the clock.
Or just keep the ball for 6:47.
That's right.
Wouldn't be bad either.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 21-yard line. They come up to the line. Winters, quarterback. He hands off to Murphy up the middle. Oh, there's the ball in the air.
Oh, I think we got it back.
Did we get it?
Yeah, it bounced back into the backfield there. Goodness.
Second down. You know, he had 3 yards. Then the ball comes flying out. I don't know who got on it. Murphy got it back in his hands for a second. Then I think somebody else maybe got on it.
Back into the secondary in our offensive backfield. We got 2 yards out of the field.
A gain of 2 on the. Actually, they're moving the marker a little more. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers from the 25-yard line. Winters is going to keep it again around the right side, and it's open again. I think he picked up 4, maybe.
Picked up 4, maybe 5. Oh, we got
that's going to be late.
Foul of some sort.
Personal foul. Off to that side, Dennis. You would think that it might be something out of bounds where a player hit late or something here.
Could be a sideline warning, too.
It might be.
A little crowded over there.
Just telling them back up. That's what it is. I think that's what it's going to be. That should be a warning. You usually get 2 warnings.
Yeah.
Sideline warning against the Tigers. That's a warning, so the next one will cost us penalty yards.
That's right. That's a get-back rule right there. You got to. Yeah, it's hard to not be in the play when they knock them into the sideline like that. I'm surprised that. I mean, there's a line there, and it doesn't look like we're all on the field, but
right.
That's okay. It doesn't hurt you.
There's no movement of the ball here. Am I right?
Shouldn't be. No,
that's just a warning.
Should be.
But they.
I'm not sure why they're doing this.
15 yards. Well, I'm lost.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Normally, ladies and gentlemen, on a sideline warning, you get a warning, and then on the next warning, it's actual penalty.
The only thing I can think of, it was dead ball, and something happened after the play that caused it to be more of a personal foul type call, but apparently bad enough to move us back, which
third
really hurt.
And about 20 for the Tigers here. There's Winters. Handoff to Bartholomew coming around the left side. He's got room. He twists and turns and gains about 7 yards. Brings the ball back up to about the 21-yard line. Well, our only option here, Dennis, is to punt. It's going to be 4th and 12 from our own 21-yard line. Need a good snap. Just get the ball out of this end, make a good coverage, and pin them down on their end of the field.
Yeah, that penalty really, really did hurt.
That hurt. That really did. We were moving a little bit there. 5:26 in the second quarter remaining. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7. Well, Prairie Grove's calling for a player. We've got 7 seconds on the clock. We need to get this play off. Here we go. 3, 2, snaps good. Kick is off. Dennis, we made it.
Decent kick.
Yep. Back to the 40. Cover the kick. Cover the kick.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Oh.
Ball out of bounds.
Dennis, Dakota Daniels, the punter, came all the way up to get that stop right there and push the runner out of bounds. Not before he gains, let's see, 10, about a 22-yard return. Boy, I mean, we went against the clock. We got the snap. We got the kick. Nice punt all the way down to the 40-yard line, and then they got a pretty nice return out of it.
We had good coverage down there on the punt.
We did.
The 3 guys down there going down just kind of broke down and watched him run by.
Yep.
They've got to be aggressive and go make the tackle. And then they got to the wall over here. That could have been really bad.
Yeah. 5:02 remaining in the second quarter. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7. Cassville has the ball on their own 38-yard on the Tiger 38.
Oh.
Number 29. That's Tanner. He took the quick pitch off to the left side. Gains about 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats.
That's a good running play for them. When they run that sweep on, you've got to be coming upfield to make the tackle. You can't wait on it to come to you. It's too late then. We need to hold them out for 4 minutes here.
Actually going to be 2nd and 4. The referees have blown the game dead. They're going to switch balls. They're going to do that about every play tonight just to keep a dry ball out there. All right. 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats from the Tiger 32-yard line. There's a snap. Tanner again. He's going to be stopped for a gain of maybe 1. Good defense. That's right there.
Defense, I guarantee you.
Looks like Nick Perez call in on the stop. Maybe Stephen Thomas. We apologize once again if we don't get all of the numbers called. We're trying to spot on the fly here. Bear with us tonight. Cassville has the ball, 3rd and 3. Nichols fakes. He's rolling to the right. Had a man open, number 12. That's Zach. I can't tell what that name is, Dennis. Vidito, Zach Vidito on the catch. That's going to be a first down.
Well, that was the case where our linebacker couldn't get out there in the flats.
He was trying. He knew where it was going. He was trying to get there and just couldn't get there. All right, Cassville, 1st and 10 from the Tiger 22-yard line. Nichols with the snap, handing off. Faked it to the fullback, number 12. That's Zach Vidito again. Pulled it out and nothing there. That's call again. Call is the linebackers filling that hole on the option.
That's a nice play up the gut right
there. It was a nice play. Good stop. No gain on the play for the Wildcats. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 23 or 24-yard line. 3:11 to go in the second quarter. Cassville 14, Prairie Grove 7. Number 5, Nichols, up under center. There's the snap. Quick pitch to Tanner. He's trying to get around the right side. That was R.T. Waddell and Nick Perez coming in to make the final stop.
Jared kind of slowed him down a little bit.
He did.
We're not coming up just real strong.
He ended up gaining about 6 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. Ball is placed right about the 15-yard line of the Tigers. Need the Tigers to really bow up here. We've got 2:58 remaining in this quarter.
Now Weston Bartholomew has checked in for RT.
Come in.
Good
there
job.
We go.
That's a good play.
Good.
That may be short. That's going to be, it's close. That's short of the first down.
That is going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and a long 2. They're going to go for it. Dennis, I saw Jacob Call appealing to the referee about it, where he felt he was held, and he actually was.
Was he held?
But he was held by Justin Flugg. I think it's probably their center.
Yeah.
And but there's so much going on. The referee not looking right at you. You're probably not going to get that called.
Yeah, the best way to find that call or get that call called for you is to be trying to get away from them.
Yeah. Still, though, he was there to put a bump on the runner, and then someone else came in and filled the hole.
Sometimes you can't be getting away. That's right. Sometimes they're running right at you, and you just got to stand your ground. 2:39 with the ball in there into the field, 14-7. Well, if we can hold them, it'd be a good stop right here.
Wouldn't it now?
It'd be a good way to go into the halftime.
Cassville's called timeout. They want to talk this over.
That's their second timeout of the half.
Their coach is making his way off the field. It's 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. Once again, 2:39 to go in the second quarter. Cassville's leading 14-7. The Tigers are trying to hold them again. The defense has done well this half and making some good stands.
The defense is hanging in there. I just sure hope they're not getting tired.
Yeah.
I believe, they're going to look at this option. Probably going to go option left.
Yeah.
And just Nichols. See where we line up weekly. Oh, here they come right at us, a blast. Oh, the forward progress did the trick.
Yep.
Oh, we got a penalty.
I
don't know what this is going to be. Late penalty.
Let's see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he picked up about 4 on the run, but after he was down, a flag comes in. What are we going to have? Face mask against the Tigers.
I tell you what, he went up in the air, and if he'd have come right straight down, we probably had him where we wanted him. But forward lean, the fall forward, and I suppose aiding the runner is not an illegal thing anymore because pushed him in the back, pushed him forward.
We watched it last week.
Man,
we watched it this week.
Tell you what, we got to learn that.
Well, the ball is all the way after the penalty up to the 5-yard line. Need the defense to make a good stand right here. They moved early. We're going to go with the ball anyway. And that's Bratton. That's Bratton in for the touchdown for the Wildcats. Well, aided by penalties.
Yeah.
Just can't give that up when we're trying to make a stop.
Well, the huge penalty on our sideline forced us to punt.
Yep.
And then maybe we didn't have the stop. Maybe they did have the stop, but then the penalty on top of that.
Garrett Barnes in again.
Kept them alive on 4th down.
He's going to attempt the extra point for the Wildcats. There's the snap. Kick is up. Good. Well, that's 21, Prairie Grove 7 with 2:27 to go in the second quarter. You know, Dennis, someone tunes in here at halftime and sees it's a 21-7 ball game, and they're going to think that Cassville's really dominated this. But if you take our turnovers away, we got a really tight ball game.
That's exactly right. Take the turnover, take the pass interception that was run back for a touchdown.
Yep.
And the turnover on our end of the field, which has really aided them.
Well, and then we have the ball down here a while ago, and we're going to have about a 2nd and 2 and get a sideline penalty and have to back it up and end up having to punt.
That's right. Yeah, and what really, really hurt on that was bad enough they backed us up, but it was a dead ball foul, so you don't get to replay the down.
Right,
the
right.
Down, that put us into 3rd down and 23, and we're having a hard time making yardage. We're sure going to have a hard time making 23 yards.
Well, the Cassville cheerleaders are throwing little footballs into the stands, and if they throw hard enough, we're going to get one right up in here before the game's over. I've got to be ready to catch that thing.
As long as they don't put it on that slingshot they were working with earlier.
Hey, let me tell you, 2:27 remaining in the second quarter. Cassville 21, Prairie Grove 7. With the way that we've returned kickoffs tonight.
They kicked it to the other side this time.
Well, Weston picked the ball up. Here he goes. Weston up the sideline.
Well, they may have figured it out. They may have figured the combination out right there.
Yeah. Well, if you kick it straight to him,
he's got to either go or do something with
it.
So.
That's right. That's good play by Cassville.
He won't be the one running it, that's for sure. Not likely, anyway. Well, we're back in the same spot we were in a while ago when we had that bad penalty, and we need to drive the ball. If nothing else, we need to eat the quarter up.
That's right. That's right. We don't want to give the ball back to them again. That's right.
They've only got one timeout to stop the clock, so we need to get a 1st down or 2.
2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Cassville leads 21-7. The Tigers have really been in this game more than the score indicates. Winters under center. There's a snap. There's the reverse to Landon West over the right side, and he gets nothing. Kind of picking his way through there, and just not a whole lot there. And you know, hey, Dennis, we're going to go to our 2-minute offense here. We're going to go to no huddle. Tigers are back up, 2nd and 9. There's the snap to Winters. Handoff up the middle. I can't tell exactly. That's Stephen Thomas with the carry. He's going to end up getting 1 or 2, I believe. Well, he got 2 or 3 maybe. Tigers are back up at the line. Here's the shotgun. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. There's a pass to Landon. Oh, in and out of the hands of Landon West. He was open. Winters rolls to the left. It's just a nice little pattern to the flat.
Minute 33 still left on the clock.
Boy, we didn't use a whole lot of clock, did we? Well, minute 33 remaining in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 21, Tigers 7, and we're going to have to punt. Ball is on the 22-yard line. Snaps back. Daniels with a nice punt again. Hit the ground and roll. Nice.
Oh, bounced right to his hand. Got
Tanner,
a good block.
And he slides down on his own. So the grass helped us recover on that right there. And they've got the ball out to the 46-yard line. They're on 46. 1 minute, 23 seconds remaining. Hey, Dennis, the defense needs to bow up right here because they would love nothing better than to go down and get another score before this half's over.
They've certainly got plenty of time. The only thing they're hurting at is timeouts, but they still have one. I bet you they're not going to lay down on the ball here. And a no-back offense. They got 3 men on the left side, 2 on the right, sending them deep. There they go.
Yeah.
There's pressure on the
miss in the backfield by Call.
In the middle.
Nichols is going to run. He's caught from behind by Murphy. He takes the ball all the way down to the Tiger 35-yard line. He went in the they sent everyone out. We only kept 3 into rush. Almost got a sack in the backfield, but once we missed, it was wide open field.
3
then.
men rushing. There's nobody after those guys. The linebackers are chasing receivers.
Uh-oh, hole up the middle. Hey, Dennis, I'm going to tell you who saved that right there, and that was Cooper Winters. He gets a hand on the jersey and just holds him up.
Down. Yeah,
without that, he scores.
That's right. That's right. He's still running.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's still 1 minute to go in the second quarter.
2-minute offense.
Nichols with the pass, and it's caught. Number 3, Trey Rose. The ball's at the 11-yard line. Cassville's in their 2-minute offense now. 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Nichols with the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to run off to the left side. He's not quite a first down, I don't think.
Not quite. Didn't stop the clock.
No. Clock. There. Cassville uses their final timeout with 35.1 seconds to go in the second quarter.
The clock keeper kind of shut the clock off before the referees did.
You know, I said before that play started, we're at 40 seconds. We run the play. Coach decides to call timeout, and 5 seconds went off the clock.
That was a little shady.
Oh, well.
I eyeballed them in there. They didn't think it was very, very good.
They're right next door to us in here. We'll have to say something to them at halftime. 35.1 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Cassville Wildcats have managed this ball well here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, this is their last time out. If we can keep them out of the end zone, probably 2 plays might do the trick.
Maybe. It's 3rd and 1. Ball is on the 7-yard line. 35.1. Cassville leads 21-7. There's the snap. Nichols is looking for the end zone.
It's incomplete.
That's going to stop the clock. Wow.
Well, that's about the only thing they could stop the clock with, that or a first down out. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't kick a field goal before they run out of time here. But
well, he's practicing over here on the side. 30.9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Cassville 21, Prairie Grove 7.
They've got to get a first down before they do anything now.
There's the snap.
Still
Nichols is looking.
Go get him.
It's a screen. Come up. Touchdown. Well, I saw Spencer Brown, the right defensive tackle for the Tigers. He's starting to rush, and he notices, this is a screen. He backs up, but don't think a whole lot of people recognized it besides him.
He probably read it right, but
there's the kick up, and it's good. That makes the score Cassville 28, Prairie Grove 7.
I'm a little bit concerned with our defensive effort at this point. They're dragging.
They are, well, Dennis, they've been on the field a long time.
They've been on the field a lot. That's right. They've been on the field a lot of the game, but they sure are dragging right now.
That's what happens when your offense, you sputter. You see that a lot of times on the college game and other high school games. You end up putting that defense on the field a lot.
That's right. Fortunately, a lot of these guys are not going both ways, or they're rotating in and out enough that hopefully it's not affecting our offense. But they got a break coming here in just a minute. They'll get to regroup and catch their breath. Come back out here and play a little better second half.
Well, one of the things we've talked about is the senior class on this team and the leadership they bring to this team. And they're about to go in at halftime. The coach is going to talk to them. And, honestly, they haven't done just a whole lot wrong except for turnovers. If you eliminate those turnovers, this game is not like this. And so it's going to be interesting to see if the seniors can kind
of rally the troops.
Rally them, show some leadership, bounce back, and come out here and compete again in the second half. Well, he kicks out on the ground. Overland and West Head. Weston Bartholomew picked it up on the run. He's going to make it to the 30-yard line. 20.3 seconds to go in the second quarter. 20 seconds before halftime. Cassville leads 28-7. Well, do you sit on it, Dennis? You put a knee down right here. And
we don't need to do anything now. We just need to get out of this half right here.
Well, we're going to roll to the left. There's a Christian Denton?
Didn't catch it. Hit the ground.
I guess it did. I thought he got up under it, but pass attempt to Christian Denton down the field and just couldn't quite get his arms underneath the ball, and that's an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 13.9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we would appreciate your comments on the feedback section. Let us know you're watching, but also let us know how the picture's looking. It's pretty dark on this field. We just want to know how it's looking. There's a snap back to Winters. That's a screen. Murphy. Boy, they smelled that, didn't they?
Oh, they certainly did. They certainly did.
That didn't fake them out at all. They stayed home. And boy,
that's not the first screen those guys have seen.
That's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen, with Cassville leading this ball game 28-7.
Well, let's see what kind of adjustments the coaching staff can make. And you're right, Kendall. I think the key to this ball game, the second half, is not so much what the coaches do in the halftime; it's what the players decide to do. You know, this football is a funny game. You can coach them to death, but the 11 guys that go on the field and the 25 or 35 or 45 guys that are staying on the sideline make a huge difference in the results. So they can decide how they want this to turn out.
Right.
Hopefully they'll turn it around. They do need to get in there and start chewing on each other and getting each other fired up. They haven't played bad, like you said. They've made a couple of mistakes, had a couple of things go against them, but they have an opportunity to get themselves back in this game the next half.
The Cassville band is making their way on the field. Dennis, I'm noticing the Cassville players running off the south end zone over to their field house, but they paired up. Kind of an interesting thing. They paired up and held hands 2 by 2 going in, and I'm sure that's just a sign of togetherness.
That's right. Unity. Team unity. That's right. Unified team.
You know, and once again, we talked about this before the game started. You know, they're a 2-time state champion, and, you know, when you win that state championship twice, you begin to learn what it takes to compete at that highest level. And I think probably they have realized that unity has taken them a long way in this struggle they've probably had getting to that point.
That's right. And I tell you another thing you learn when you play in those games, because at some point during a championship run, you're going to face a team that is as good as you are, and they may get ahead or they may give you a little more ball game than what you're accustomed to having. And when you succeed against that, all you do is learn to get better, and you learn to become a winner. And, you know, you don't let anything phase you during the point of the game. And we were giving them a pretty good game. That run back right at the start, they didn't panic. So that's an experienced team we're playing out here. Boy, it's something that I know that the Prairie Grove people would like to see come to our school, that we get that caliber of a ball team. And this is what it takes. You got to play people that are better than you, and you got to have some success against them. And so far we've had. This is a good team to come and play, though.
Well, I'm looking here, Angie. I'm reading Angie's chicken scratch here, and it looks like the Tigers had 78 rushing yards in the first half, and Cassville had 156. And so once again, you'll look at that and you'll think, well, that's not a whole lot of difference. And yet on the scoreboard, Cassville leads 28-7, and that came from turnovers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, we're going to do like we did last week at Lavaca. We've got the camera focused out on the field, and to give us a little bit of a break and get a drink of water, give Steve's hands a break up on the camera. We're just going to let you listen to the band, and we'll be back to join you as we get closer to the start of the second half. Once again, at halftime, Cassville 28, Prairie Grove 7.
Wash, Bastrop, Freedom Bank, Hutchins Construction, Ken's Collision Center, the law offices of Michael Reed, and Taylor Music Center. Other sponsors include Ozark Sports, .net, Sports World, Security Bank, Commerce Bank, and Security Abstract and Power. Please thank and patronize these businesses for their support of the meeting. We would like to remind fans that during halftime, the high school does have an extra set of bathrooms. They're like new elementary gymnasium. But you can use those in addition to the bathrooms near the concession stand. So we have extra bathrooms for those for the elementary gymnasium. Okay, at this time we're going to have the junior football teams crossing here in front of us. Starting off with the third grade team. Their coaches are Michael Havens, Thomas Calhoun, Bobby Joe Reed, and Jason And right behind them is the fourth grade. Coaches are Shane Hayden, Todd Hobbs, Rich Wizard, and Clark Speak. And our fifth grade players, their coaches are Bobby Rayburn, Brooks McNeil, Jay O'Neill, and Dale Sterling. And our sixth grade players following up here. Good group of players there. Sixth grade coaches, Dale Tell, Jeff Moore, Matt Rosen, and Michael Becker. Future Wildcats is what we're seeing there. The coaches, we want to thank you for the time that you put in. And right behind them come your cheerleaders. Third grade cheerleaders, their coach is Kristen Cox. And our third grade cheerleaders, fourth grade cheerleaders are also coached by Kristen Cox. Our fifth grade cheerleaders are coached by Melissa Carson and Ashley Baggy. And our sixth grade cheerleaders are coached by Donna Lester.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. There's a minute 38 to go in halftime. Hey, on our website, pgtigersonline.com, up at the top beside the feedback tab, there's also a links tab. And one of the links in there is fearlessfriday.com, and you can go out there and see scores and other action going on around the state of Arkansas. And I'm looking down that list right now, and the reason I'm doing that, if I can find this, well, there's no update. I heard that Dennis Farmington and West Fork were tied at 15 with about a minute to go in the first half.
Wow. West Fork kind of made some improvement after that first game. They didn't like that.
No.
That beat down they got. Well, not a beat down, but just losing that ball game the first night.
I know that I have a nephew that plays for that team, and they had about a 3-hour practice on Memorial Day.
Did they? Took advantage of that day off, huh?
Well, we had some feedback over the halftime as the Cassville Wildcats make their way back out onto the field for the second half. We appreciate you watching and giving us feedback. Eric Schrock, Daniel Schrock's dad, is a state trooper, and he's on patrol tonight, but he has the ability to see the internet. He's watching us as he's patrolling. Mr. Schrock, please keep an eye open for the speeders and don't get caught up in the game too much. Doug Bartholomew is watching, and he tells us our picture's a little grainy, good overall, but the sound is sound's coming through okay. And ladies and gentlemen, part of that problem is because this field is extremely dark, and so our camera's trying to compensate for the low light, and unfortunately it's going to be that way in order for us to get that signal to you. We hope that you can put up with it enough to tell what's going on. Christina in PG tells us that the picture's a little blurry, but overall it's good. Thanks for broadcasting. Go Tigers. Taylor and Lana Hudson, Dennis. This is Dalton Falk's parents in Springdale. They're watching and are enjoying the broadcast. And then lastly, Laura Patrick. She says, went from only being able to listen to the Tiger games on the radio about every other game to being able to see every game on the internet. I love it. Hope the Tigers can come back from halftime and turn things around. I know we can.
How about that? That's a good deal.
Go Tigers.
Glad she's listening. Hey, I want to give a little shout-out to the junior high team that is now 2-0. They've had two pretty good ball games. Played Cassville last night. It's hard for me to say. Cassville last night. And Cassville does things a little bit different. In Missouri, maybe not all of Missouri, but Cassville plays their 9th graders with their senior high team. So last night we played 7th and 8th graders, but it was a pretty good ball team. They're doing proud for them. Our 7th grade team, I'm not sure if they played the opening night.
They played Siloam Springs last night.
They played Siloam last night.
They did.
And tied with them. They played a really good ball game. Siloam Springs is a pretty tough team, but ended up in a tie. But Siloam had some big kids, and our 7th graders are doing a really good job, too. So the future looks bright for Prairie Grove. I tell you what, another little thing that makes a difference in a football program is the Pee Wee program that exists in Prairie Grove. There are a lot of people that volunteer their time and give money to that operation, to the Pee Wee program. And they are the feeder program to our junior high and our high school when those kids move up. And the good job that they're doing is making a difference in our football programs and basketball also. And we certainly appreciate that and appreciate the hard work that they do.
Well, the Tigers are back out on the field. They're stretching, getting ready for the second half. There's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left until the second half starts. Hey, we're gonna all stop here again and give a little bit of time for our sponsor, Prairie Grove Telephone Company.
PG Telco is proud to sponsor Tiger football. With PG Telco's high-speed internet service, you can catch all the Tiger football action at pgtelco.com. Call PG Telco today and let us be your connection to PG Tigers online and the World Wide Web. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
We want to also remind you, you probably noticed on our first couple of games, the black and gold scrimmage, and then again on the scrimmage with Huntsville, we were able to put archives out on the internet, and you could go out and watch those games anytime after those games. And you've probably noticed that the Lavaca game last week, and you'll notice the rest of the games this year also, that the archives won't appear until the end of the season. There's a reason for that. Dennis, I don't know how you guys did it when you were a coach, but just for as an example, when Prairie Grove goes to play West Fork next week, Coach Absher will go and meet with the coach of West Fork, and they will, in just generosity, trade 2 films. So West Fork will get our film of Lavaca and Cassville, while we will get West Fork's film of Magazine and Farmington, who they're playing tonight. If we make our videos available online, then in a sense we're giving our opponents an unfair advantage, whereas we only get 2 of their films, and they would be able to see every game we've played this year. And so we have decided to wait until the end of the year to place those archives out there, and we know that you like watching them, but we're trying to figure out a way right now where we might be able to make DVDs possible for you to get and watch. We'll let you know more about that on pgtigersonline.com. But until then, we just wanted to let you know why you don't see those archives out there. Well, time is running out of the halftime period, and let's see, 1-0. So they're going to reset the clock now for the third quarter to 12 minutes. Cassville's leading 28, Prairie Grove 7, as the captains make their way back out on the field to do the ceremonial designation of who will kick and who will receive.
Yeah, Cassville deferred in the first half, and so we'll be kicking to them. We just get to pick which end we're going to defend.
There's TJ out there, TJ Farmer, and he's going to represent the Tigers out in the middle of the field right now. The referee will explain to the boys what's going on. I see TJ shaking his head.
I hope he doesn't take as long as he did before the coin toss.
He's explaining it thoroughly. I see TJ indicating that what end of the field we want to go on. So we're going to line up just like we did in the first quarter.
The wrong end. You're supposed to defend the clock. All right, here we go.
So kickoff team, I think, or kickoff. Is this kickoff return, Dennis?
It should be.
We received in the first half. They deferred.
So unless they chose to kick again.
Unless maybe they won the toss and chose to kick.
I guess that's possible.
That's possible because I believe.
It's very possible that they could do that. Doesn't make good sense.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
Kicking again.
You know, if you've got. If you've got one of the top defenses in the state of Missouri and you want to put them out there to set a tone at your first home game, maybe that's what they did. Because
apparently so, because that it didn't make any sense that we would defend the other end. You always want to defend the scoreboard when it's your turn to pick to defend, because that way you're going toward the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. So that's what Cassville has done here. Most of the time people don't kick off both halves.
Right. Well, there's the kick.
Well, they kicked it to Weston again.
Yeah, Weston's got it. He's going to go through, and we're going to fake the handoff, and he's going to go up the left side again. Boy, Dennis, he got hit hard.
He did. He got submarined a little bit there.
Coming up a little gimpy. He looks like he's going to be okay. Boy, that was a hard hit on that coverage.
Yeah.
That's going to put the ball at the 26-yard line of the Tigers. First and 10.
Well, let's see if we made some offensive adjustments, especially our line blocking. They've got to start making some creases in there so we can get our fullback in there, get some quick hitting plays. We've tried to finesse them a little bit the first half. We need to go back to a little more ball control, ball movement type, get some first downs.
Well, here we go. We talked at the beginning. We want to compete right here. Let's compete this half right here. Winters, he's going to roll her out. We got a flag on the play.
Got a holding penalty.
I believe that will be a hold.
The hold.
That's a hold against the Tigers. You know, Dennis, we've talked about how Cooper Winters has 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 speed in that range somewhere. But I'm going to tell you what, obviously Cassville's got some guys in that range too, because they caught that corner up real quick right there.
Cassville comes. They play going downhill.
Yes, they do.
And they were whatever they were going to do, they were going to continue to bounce him outside till he was going to run out of room. And
well, that's a loss of almost 5, about 5. So there's no reason to take the penalty. They just declined that. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now for the Tigers.
Which that we lose the down there
from their own 21-yard line.
Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, I was isolating on their defensive line. They play low, and they're standing our offensive linemen up.
That was Daniel Schrock with the carry. I was isolating on the linebackers, and number 30, their middle linebacker, boy, he was untouched. Straight to the play.
Yeah. Well, that's what those linemen are supposed to do there. They keep the guard and the tackle off of those linebackers so they can run free and run downhill and make tackles, and they're doing a good job at it right now.
Well, it's 3rd and 11 for the Tigers from their own 25-yard line. There's the snap. Winters is going to roll to the right. Boy, he's being chased. He just had to make something out of nothing right there. And once again, I'd like to see him just throw the ball into the stands over there and just get rid of that. And that's something, again, like we talked in the first half, that he will learn being a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, this sprinting to the left and trying to throw with his right arm is really tough to do, and especially when you're being chased. Really, really difficult.
Well, we're going to punt again. Tigers have had to punt a lot tonight.
Need to make some good coverage on this one. We're getting down there. We're just not tackling. Got a bad snap. Ooh, he put his knee down. That was dangerous.
He did. Dakota saved us there and got the punt away. And
got good coverage this time.
Ball goes all the way down to the 45-yard line. Boy, disaster almost struck there. But Dakota gets the ball away. Gets a nice kick all the way down to the 45-yard line. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter with Cassville leading 28-7. Last report we got is that Farmington and West Fork are tied at 15 at the half. Cassville comes up to the line with a 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. There's the snap. Faked by Nichols. He's going to roll around the right. Tackle missed by Caleb Sugg. That's a good open field tackle right there. That was a called bootleg all the way. Caleb Sugg came in from his outside linebacker position, almost made the tackle in the backfield, but once he missed, he had a corner all the way for a gain of, it looks like 25 yards.
That was a good open field tackle, I think, by Jacob Call out there. I didn't see who actually made the tackle, but it was a great tackle.
That's going to take the ball down to the Tiger 35-yard line. Boy, Dennis, you really want the defense to bow up here. This could get ugly. There's Nichols. He's got a quick pitch. Good play by R.T. Waddell, keeping his outside contained and forcing the run back inside. Call in on the tackle. You know, they were trying to hook R.T., get around him and give him the edge, and RT fought through that and did a good job keeping that contained.
Just got to keep people coming downfield, keeping that pursuit angle going and not letting him cut back, because when he cuts back, it's when they need to hit him in the ear hole.
That's right. Nichols.
Good
hands
play.
Off right up the middle.
Right through there, good play.
Well, that looks like Call.
Got a call stunt by Jacob Call.
Nick Perez and who else was in on that?
Yeah, Stephen Thomas.
Stephen Thomas, maybe Jared Murphy too.
Maybe Jared also. That's right. Well, they had a stunt on, and they stunted right into that play. That was
that was good play.
Good execution on that defense.
Dennis, I see us running some guys in and out. We're going to try to stay as fresh as we can, but we're on the field a lot. There's Nichols. He's going to roll to the right. Caleb, ball in and out of the hands of number 3, Trey Rose from Nichols. That's going to bring up a 4th and 5. Ball on the Tiger 30-yard line.
Yeah, we've got to stay on our feet and keep that contained. Caleb is rushing him, but he's falling to the ground by trying to make the tackle. He needs to stay on his feet, maintain some pressure on that quarterback. This is 4th and long in a bad situation for them. If they take a penalty, they might want to punt, but boy, they're kind of in 4-down territory, so it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yep, they're going to go for this. Nichols up under center. That's Bratton deep in the backfield. He's going to hand off to the fullback right up the middle. He didn't get it, Dennis.
Didn't make it. Well short. Good defense. Good job, defense. Made a stop.
They bowed up and got a stop, so the offense will come back on the field. 8 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. Cassville leading 28-7. This will be the Tigers' second possession of the third quarter. Offense comes back out on the field. Hey, Dennis, here we go. Tom Payne in Central Illinois. I'm a Cassville grad.
What?
We got Cassville watching us. Well,
I'm
glad you're watching us.
For you guys to watch, too. Oh, we laid the ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground. I didn't see what happened right there.
Jared never, I don't know if Jared knew it was coming to him or not, because he never had a hold of it at all. It just fell out of the ground, just fell right on the ground. I'm not sure if he knew he was supposed to be getting it.
Well, I see Donald and Kim Pinkley, Bobby Forshey. Stephen Thomas is my nephew. He's in Green Forest, or she is. I'm sorry, I don't know. Tom Payne, Cassville grad. Number 23 for Cassville, Garrett Kirk, on the carry around the right side for probably about 8 yards, it looks like.
Yeah, Kendall, you didn't mention in our pregame or thus far that we had a world record attendance last week.
We did.
244 people tuned in. So let's beat that tonight. Get some more Cassville people tuned in.
I see Marilyn and Patsy Elder, who phoned in, who watched us last week, are back with us this week. There's a handoff up the middle for a very little gain. Well, let's see. That's going to bring up about third and 4 for the Wildcats. 7:30 remaining in the third quarter. Cassville's leading 28-7. Having to rotate a lot of people in on defense. Our defense has been on the field a long time tonight. Quarterback Nichols keeps it around the left side. Winters is trying to come and make the stop, but not in time before Nichols crosses the goal line for a touchdown.
Well, Cooper's not having a good night at quarterback, but he got an opportunity to lay a lick on their quarterback there at the goal line and take out a little frustration, a little legal taking out of frustration. So.
Cassville's back out to attempt another extra point.
Oh, get that little.
It's good. Not quite as pretty as his other ones, but
it's best kick.
Well, with 7:15 remaining in the third quarter, Cassville's taken a 35-7 lead over the Tigers.
Yeah,
Dennis, the Tigers are dragging right now.
Tigers are dragging. I tell you, our offense has got to stay on the field for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, we don't run 11 in and 11 out on offense and defense, but we run enough kids in and out that we could stay fresh on defense if we could keep the ball a little longer. That's, first play fumble, put your defense right back out on the field after having made a stop. So we need to move the ball. We need to maintain possession here. I noticed that Cassville had a few younger backs in the game. They didn't have their starting backfield.
Yeah, they're beginning to make some
so
substitutions.
They're making some substitutions, giving their younger kids a chance to play.
Well, and likewise, I see back here in the back for the Tigers.
Yeah, Weston didn't make it back out. I hope he's not hurt.
It looks like number 8, Britton Madrid, number 88, Seth Sapp, number 86, Christian Denton, and I can't see the far side. That's going to be number 16, Dalton Falk.
Dalton Falk, yeah.
Well, that's Sapp with the ball. He fakes the handoff. He's going to come right up the middle. Makes the first tackler miss him, but then number 29, Trenton Tanner, comes in to make the stop.
Well, if he'd have slipped by that first guy clean, he might have been still running. That was a little hole there.
At the 22-yard line of the Tigers.
All right, offense. Let's maintain a little ball control here.
7:08 we're going to the third quarter. 35-7 Cassville. Winners up under center. Split out wide to the left, Dakota Daniels. There's the snap. Handoff to Stephen Thomas up the middle. He's going to maybe get 1 yard.
It's hard to tell what they're doing on defense, but it looks like they've got a few defensive starters that have swapped out now. We've got some younger kids in there playing.
Well, and Dennis, I see some changes on the offensive line. There goes Cunningham out. He looks to maybe be cramping up just a little bit in his calf. It's warm tonight. This is a lot warmer than last week.
It is. It's humid, very humid tonight.
Well, Winters is under center again. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. He's going to roll to the right. John Halbert is open deep. Winters didn't see him.
Cooper's just not having any confidence tonight. He needs to let go of the ball. If you throw it deep enough, it's not going to be intercepted.
Yeah.
You may have a chance to run underneath it. He just needs to rear back and heave ho.
Gain of maybe a half a yard on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Yeah, you know, Dennis, after he threw that first interception early in the game, boy, you can see that he's just, unless he sees somebody absolutely wide open, he's not wanting to get rid of the ball.
That's right. And then he's real tentative when he throws it in. He's not thrown a strike tonight.
He's going to roll to the left this time. He's looking.
Now that's
Christian
a great
Denton
pass
with
and
a
a great catch.
Now there he reared back, threw the ball to the left flat. Christian Denton goes up and makes the catch. Nice catch.
The key to that, he wasn't running for his life going to that left side, so he was able to square up a little bit and throw it.
Yeah, had a little time.
Yep.
Well, that moves the chains for the Tigers. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 ball on the 34-yard line of the Tigers.
Let's just maintain, control the ball there, and keep this thing the rest of this quarter. Give our defense a chance to catch their breath over there.
Caleb Sugg in motion going to the left side. Turn and hand off to Stephen Thomas up the middle. Nothing there. Boy, the middle of that defense for Cassville is strong.
Pretty tough. Pretty tough.
Well, and I guess we didn't lose any. I was going to say I think we lost a yard, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 34 once again. 4:48 remaining in the third quarter. Cassville leading 35-7. Winters is going to roll to the right. He was looking for Nick Perez, the tight end, to come in across the middle, and boy, Nick was in a crowd.
He tried to jam that in there a little bit, didn't he?
He did. And
started a little quicker, he might have had a chance, but then that free safety came up and just about picked him off again.
Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Yeah, that one scared me right there because I thought we're going to do it again here.
Yeah, he'd caught that on the run. He may still be going.
But you know what? There just wasn't a whole lot open right there, Dennis. I was looking at the receivers, and there just wasn't a whole lot open.
No, and that may have been an opportunity where he tucks it and runs it for some positive yardage.
Well, he's going to roll to the right again. I'm looking. John Halbert is open. In the middle, Caleb Sugg catches the ball, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, it's a good spot, good first down.
Nice throw and nice catch. He threw it low, and Caleb goes down to make the catch. That was a safe throw and a safe catch right there. Ball all the way down to the 45-yard line. So that's a first down for the Tigers as we move the chains.
Yeah, moving the chains. That's the key to the deal right here. Just keep the chains moving.
4:20 to go in the third quarter.
You don't want to have a 3rd and 8 play to get a first down, but keep moving the chains. Gain a little some confidence.
Cassville leading 35-7. Stephen Thomas, Schrock in the backfield. There's a handoff to Schrock over the left side. Trying to get outside, and boy, that hasn't worked at all tonight. And, you know, Dennis, that's a case where, you know, Schrock being that back that wants to just bull along, he's going to have to say, I don't see a big crease right here, so I'm going to turn it north and south and get what I can get, and I'll carry people with me.
That's right. Eric, we know he's not a speedster, so we got to plant, turn up field, and get as much as we can get. Dennis,
St. Louis, Missouri, Lori Edmondson, a Cassville grad, watching. Stacy Worry in Bella Vista, Arkansas, another Cassville grad watching. Well, we're glad. Look at Stephen Thomas, just find his way for about 5 yards. Our Cassville viewers are happy. The Prairie Grove viewers are sad.
That's right. That's right.
But we're glad you're watching. We're glad we're able to be a service to you. And you know, I know you guys are living far away and probably don't get to watch Cassville play a whole lot. I'm glad you're getting to watch them.
You bet. You bet.
All right, Tigers 3rd and 9 from their own 46-yard line. Winters rolling. He let go of that ball quick, in and out of Caleb Suggs' hands. He was only going to get about 4 out of it anyway, Dennis.
That's right. Yeah, it was going to be 4th and long either way. Still want to catch that ball. Just want to catch the ball. Throw it till you catch it, especially if it hits you in the numbers.
Well, that's 4th and 9. Ball on the 46. 2:47 remaining in the third quarter. Cassville's leading 35-7. We're going to get our punt team on the field.
Oh, hit somebody in the back.
You know, boy, I thought it might have hit 23's legs right there.
I hoping it did.
I think, Christian Denton was standing right beside him, so maybe it hit him. We couldn't quite tell, but
must have hit him. I tell you what, our punting has gotten better with every punt, and that's something we didn't get to do last week. Hey, everything you improve on every night is a good thing. So
that's right.
That's a positive right there we can take from this game. Don't want to have to punt a lot, but it's getting better.
2:37 to go in the third quarter. Cassville is up 35-7. They've got the ball on their own 27-yard line. Tried to run the ball off the right side. Nothing there. Looks like Call getting up off the pile. Caleb Sugg and Trent Southern.
That's the way to get in the backfield.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Cassville Wildcats.
It looks to me like they got their starting quarterback still in, but they've got a second-string offensive line and probably the second-string backs, and some of the receivers are still starters, but they're playing a lot of younger kids, different kids. Get upfield, get upfield, get upfield. Good job right there. That's where you got to make the stop.
That was number 23, Garrett Kirk, on the run for the Cassville Wildcats. Looks like, they lost probably 5 yards on the first one. He picked up 6 there, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. But Tigers in good pursuit right there.
Yeah, Jacob Call and John Coffey, when the play was turned back into them, were there to make a good play. And that's what you got to have when they run that sweep. You got to string it out, and then step back in and make the play.
Cassville, 3rd and 9 from their own 28-yard line, 29. Nichols, nice fake.
The screen.
Running a little screen.
There we go.
Jared Murphy chases down number 27, Kyle Bratton, from behind. Yeah, great fake by number 5, Nichols. He faked the handoff and then dropped the ball down behind his leg. You kind of lost it for a second. But the Tigers were able to sniff out a screen there, and Murphy especially comes in from behind to make the tackle.
That's right. If Spencer hadn't been in hot pursuit, though, it would have made it a little bit difficult on Jared. But Jared was able to read it and definitely was fast enough to track it down. That was a nice play. Most defensive linemen won't make that play. That was a good play.
That's right. Well, the Tigers have held. Cassville's going to punt.
Low line drive.
Oh. That was Christian Denton on the catch. And you saw what he wanted to do. He was trying to come back toward John Halbert to do the little crisscross reverse type thing. And, Dennis, on one of those real quick punts right there, and they're covering fast, you got to just tuck it and get what you can get.
Yeah, you don't want to turn around and go backwards, that's for sure. That a little better execution on that maybe next week. It's good to make guys punt, though.
Well, let's see. The ball is on the Tiger 36-yard line. Cooper Winters is rolling to the right. Boy, I was just about to say, Dennis, not a whole lot open over here. We had 2 receivers out. both covered well, and tried to get it into Seth Sapp, and the defense stepped in front of the ball and made another interception.
Made a good play.
Well, that's going to give the ball right back to the Cassville Wildcats, and that's going to be at the Tiger 46-yard line. So the defense comes back out on the field. You know, the defense has played well, but, boy, they've just had to play the whole game.
They've had to play a lot of downs.
Number 27, Bratton, up the middle. I see a flag in the back, and normally that might be a hold right there. Let's see what the call's going to. They're going to wave the flag off.
Not sure. What did you think they were trying to call?
Well, I assume since it was the man in the back that he might be seeing a hold or something, and
not sure.
I didn't see anything. It was kind of a pile. So second one.
Really short here.
Ball is on the Tiger 37-yard line. Nichols at quarterback for the Wildcats. He hands off straight off the middle to number 12, Zach. No, he didn't either. Faked me out again.
I think he faked everybody out.
Yeah, I think so too. He faked the ball to number 12. I believe it's Zach Vidito,
36.
the fullback. 36. Pulls the ball out and goes around the right side. And Dennis, I don't think we knew where the ball was. I didn't know.
Anybody knew, no.
And he just ran in for the touchdown. Well, what we're seeing here is a state championship team.
That's right. You know, I'm surprised they're keeping their quarterback in. Not sure what the deal is there, but he's the one making the plays. He scored the last 2 touchdowns for him.
Kick is up and good. Well, there's only four seconds remaining in the third quarter, but the Cassville Wildcats are leading the Tigers 42-7, and Dennis, this is beginning to look like a score from last year.
Yeah, we're not making our own route here on the second half like we'd hoped we'd do.
Well, the cheerleaders are throwing something up in the crowd now, T-shirts, and I just about got a Cassville T-shirt.
I still want to see them put it in that launcher. They've got a big slingshot down there. I want to see them shoot one out of that slingshot. Of course, they could shoot it from where they are, probably to the goalpost.
Hey, but I will say this about Cassville, Dennis. I went up on top of the press box at halftime, and they were introducing their Pee Wee teams. Their community supports this team and this program. It is amazing. I mean, there are people everywhere here.
That's right. This town is probably, I don't know, population-wise, equal or smaller than Prairie Grove?
I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, you can look around this stadium, and there are people all the way around the stadium. They're sitting on our side of the field on the track in lawn chairs.
Okay, Seth Sapp with the return. Dennis, that's twice now they've kicked it directly to Seth Sapp. He comes by the man, fakes the handoff, and continues on.
Yeah, he's faking the handoff and moving upfield. He's got a pretty good hold there, making a good return. Like I was finishing, I don't want to finish what I was saying there. You've got the fans all the way around the field. You got the bleachers full. You've got a field house over there that is probably 2 or 3, 4 years old that they have an indoor workout facility in. Their practice facility is right behind the visitors' bleachers. And I tell you what, this community obviously is doing some good things for this, and the school is doing good things. So it's something that they can be very, very, very proud of, and I'm sure they are. And, you know, winning 2 state championships doesn't hurt.
No, and, you know, I got here at 5:30 tonight, and they were tailgating and cooking hamburgers in the parking lot, and the stands were probably half full at 5:30, an hour and a half before game time. So it was their first home game, and they definitely have come out to support this team. Well, that's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The teams have come to the sideline to talk to the coaches. They're putting 12 minutes back on the clock. We've got one more quarter to go. Cassville leads 42-7. You know, Dennis, we also need to say a big thank you to the Cassville officials for the way they've treated us here. You know, you called them this week, got permission, and boy, I mean, we've got our own space here, table. I mean, they have been just extremely kind, and just trying to make this as nice for us as they could.
That's right. I think Mr. Terry Jamison is the gentleman I talked to. I think he may be the high school principal, but, boy, he was just so nice over the phone. He said, yeah, you guys come on. We'll have you a spot set up. He said, call me on Friday when you get here, and I'll make sure you get in the right spot. And he really did. They have taken care of the people next door to us. There's a radio station next door that's broadcasting the game, and then we've got the official scorekeeper and the clock keeper next door to us on the other side. And they've stopped by and visited, and actually I had a visit with a fellow during halftime, and he talked about how impressed he was with our stadium last year when they were down in Prairie Grove. So, there's a lot of respect for both towns, and that shows a lot for both communities. They're both proud of their football programs, and they're both proud of their schools, and that's a really neat thing. It's been a good experience for us to come here. Like I said before, when you're playing teams that are a little bit better than you, all you can do is get better, win, lose, or draw. Run hard. Cut up field. There we go.
That's Daniel Schrock on the carry.
From Daniel right
He's going to gain about 2. Hey, Dennis, we've got Dakota Daniels in at quarterback now.
Dakota needs some opportunity to play quarterback. He was challenging for that job in the spring and then this fall. And Cooper was probably a little bit better than he was to start with here in the early season. But, you never know. Dakota may be pressed into action at some point, so he needs to get these reps at quarterback.
There's Landon West off to the right side. No gain there. Dennis, I want to recognize some more people here. Madison and Connor Harkey from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. That's Luke Johnson's cousins.
All right.
Marilyn and Patsy Elder, they're having trouble with the feed tonight. Richard and Judy Johnson in Nashville, Arkansas. That's Luke Johnson's grandparents.
That's Coach Johnson there. He's an old track coach from Nashville, Arkansas.
All right. And then lastly, Laura Amerson from D'Iberville, Mississippi. Grew up in Prairie Grove and Farmington, just moved here last month. It's nice having this so I can watch the games. And my sister Hannah on the color guard of the band.
Hey, all right.
Well, the band didn't make the trip tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but next week is our first home game against West Fork. We'll definitely get a shot of the band for you. There's Dakota rolling to the right. He's going to keep the ball and run. Nice run by Dakota Daniels all the way down to the 50-yard line.
That was a good run, and Dakota finished that run off well. He laid the lick instead of being the lick receiver. That was a good play. That's one of those plays where you got to make a decision. Am I going to throw it or am I going to run with it? And he made a good decision.
Yeah. You talked about Dakota and Cooper being in a battle throughout the spring and the summer, and Dakota's a good quarterback. Cooper's very athletic, and it just kind of worked where he took over the reins. But, Dakota may be just feeling a little confidence right here and is loose.
That's right. Loose, has nothing to lose. Just come in and play hard.
Yeah. That was a handoff to Stephen Thomas over the left side, a gain of 5.
Yeah, and I don't want to negate what he's doing. He's doing a good job, but, he's not going against that number 1 defense, which makes a difference. But, hey, the execution is execution no matter who you're doing it against. So
you want to execute here, and if we can end with some points, that'd be great.
Keep the drive alive.
Stephen Thomas over the right side again. He carries the ball for almost 10 yards all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Wildcats. 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Cassville's leading 42-7. A lot of substituting going on right now. Cassville's getting a lot of young guys in on defense. Tigers have some new guys in. Dakota Daniels is in at quarterback for Cooper Winters. 1st and 10, ball on the 34-yard line. Dakota's going to roll to the right. He looks. There is...
Is that Christian? I'm not real sure.
No, that was 28, Noah Hunter.
Noah Hunter, okay.
Hard to see all the way across the field right there, but Noah Hunter runs a little route out to the flat. And one thing I noticed about Dakota right there, he didn't wait a long time. As soon as he made that cut, the ball was out of his hand and going.
When he got squared away, he was ready to throw.
There's a handoff up the middle. Is that Stephen Thomas again for almost 10 yards, maybe 10.
Nice little cutback.
That's a first down. Okay, we've got a text message here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like West Fork is ahead of Farmington with 6:45 to go in the third quarter, 22-15. West Fork's our opponent next week. Dakota Daniels, he keeps the ball off the left side. He's all the way in for a Tiger touchdown.
Good deal.
Nice run by Dakota. Hey, he turned, faked to that fullback, and he was taking the ball all the way, found a hole through there, and went all the way in for a touchdown.
It's good job. Good effort by the offense. They're showing a little life here.
Landon Allen's going to come out and kick the extra point again for us. That's good. Put some points on the board.
Good kick.
Nice kick. Attaboy Landon. All right. With 7:16 to go in the fourth quarter, Cassville 42, Prairie Grove 14. Dennis, we're going to see the Prairie Grove kickoff team for only the second time in this game.
Yeah, I've been texting back and forth with Patrick Apsher, one of Coach Apsher's sons and his oldest son, and Patrick's been enjoying the game while he's pestering his son's whipping on him, he says, and they're having a big time there in the living room, but they're watching the game. We appreciate those guys tuning in.
Yep.
It's a real joy to be able to do this for the Cassville folks and our Prairie Grove people that are listening. You know, it's important that people were really excited about us being able to do it out of town, and the technology we didn't have, and we weren't really sure we'd be able to do it. But Kendall, I want to thank you for the efforts that you put in to put this thing together. You know, you would look at our operation up here. There's wires going everywhere, but Kendall has found a way to make this work. And as long as we don't get hit by lightning in a lightning storm anytime soon, we're going to be in good shape. But I appreciate the work and the effort that he's put in to get this thing going. And I know that you folks that are listening and watching tonight will, if you get an opportunity, you see Kendall, thank him, because without him, this wouldn't be happening, I can assure you.
Landon Allen with a kickoff all the way to the 10-yard line. There's a block in the back. That was on Terry Libby. Number 23, Garrett Kirk with the return all the way down to the Tiger. Well, it's going to be on the 46-yard line. Terry Libby, you know, last week was a guy that was in on a lot of kickoff coverage and made some tackles. He came down early and was just crushed from behind, and the referees just never saw it.
Didn't see it. Weren't looking for it, I don't guess.
Well, let's see here. Dennis, for Luke Johnson's cousins and grandparents, look out on the field.
Luke, number 51.
The left defensive end, number 51, Luke Johnson, is on the field for the Tigers. There's Dakota Daniels coming up and making the stop for the Tigers after a 5-yard gain by number 32, Craig Myers.
Yeah, Dakota and Dalton Falk came in and made a play. Terry Libby's in there at linebacker. John Coffey, I believe, is playing middle linebacker in one of the linebacker spots. And
got Nathan Eilert's at safety.
Nathan Eilert's at safety. Dalton Kurtzinger's in there at linebacker. Who we got on that far end out there?
That's TJ. TJ Farmer's in playing on the far right defensive end.
Seth Sapp's playing corner on the top of the screen. Christian Denton's our deep safety back here.
That is Christian Denton. I'm sorry, I said Nathan Eilert. That's Christian Denton. Well, 3rd and 1 for the Cassville Wildcats. Dennis, they do have a new quarterback now. That's Cole Beagle.
That's right.
Handoff. No, he kept it.
Oh.
There's a ball on the ground.
Woo.
That was Terry Libby coming up, and the quarterback faked to the fullback up the middle, kept it, and Terry Libby was on him so fast he couldn't get the pitch away, and the ball went to the ground. But wouldn't you know it, it rolls about a yard forward, the quarterback falls on it, and they get a first down.
When it rains, it pours.
5:50 to go in the ball game.
Fumbled for a first down.
There's Beagle dropping back, looking. number 10, Nathan Haney, with the catch down at the 25.5-yard line. That's not quite enough for a first. Well, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's first down.
It's on the 25. I didn't think it quite made it there, but it's on the 25. That's going to be a first down. 5:40 to go in the ball game. Cassville leading 42-14. There's a handoff up the middle to the fullback, number 32, Craig Myers.
Trenton Southern slowed him down a little bit and kind of tripped him up, I believe.
Gain of about 3. Second and 7. I guess we had a little choppiness in our signal there for a while, but I think it's stabilized now from what I'm hearing. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we're broadcasting over basically a cell phone, and you know, it's kind of an interesting process. If there's a lot of people in the audience that's using their cell phones, and we're all using the same pathway out of this area, it can kind of bog the signal down at times, and then it'll clear up. Looks like we've had a penalty on the play, offsides.
We were offsides.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Cassville Wildcats. You know, Dennis, it's the same concept as if you're at a hog football game and you try to make a phone call, you can just hardly get a signal at all.
That's right. You got to catch it during the lull in the game.
That's right.
Where you can text, either texting or making a phone call.
Oh, nice defensive play by the Tigers right there.
Well, the two techniques did a good job.
Yes, they did. That was a handoff up the middle to number 24, Kyle Dunavant.
Yeah.
And he was stopped for maybe a loss of 1. Yep. Nice job by Weston Weil and Trent Southern right there in the middle of that defensive line.
Dalton Kurtzinger kind of cleaned it up there after he stopped them up. That's a good job. They did their job, and Dalton did his, so that was a good play defensively.
Beagle with a quick pitch to number 32. Wow. Number 32, Kyle Myers, comes in, and who was that? Was that Dakota
and Dalton Kurtzinger.
Kurtzinger and Trent Southern's out there. I don't know if he got in on it, but he's out there too.
Trenton kind of got caught standing up at the start of that play, and he was able to get a good release off that line of scrimmage because I think he thought he was in the wrong spot.
All right. There's the ball on the ground. Once again, I think they're going to fumble for a first down. The quarterback going to the left on the option makes the pitch. Turned it over on downs.
Yeah.
The Tiger defense steps up and holds right there.
Well, that's going to be tough right there. I want to tell you that option against our second and third string defense. Those guys probably didn't get a lot of reps in practice today or this week, and someone had the quarterback, but nobody had the pitch man. They were way behind that play. So
okay, Dennis. Let's do some catching up here. I see
Brandon Taylor just went in at one of the running backs.
Okay, there's Nathan Eilert's bringing a play in. I'm pretty sure we're going to have Falk at quarterback. John Coffey and Eilert splitting out to the left. Libby and Beach in the backfield.
Beach, that's right.
Falk at quarterback. There's the snap. Handoff to Beach. Beach is trying to make it out to the left side. And little Aaron Beach hadn't played tonight, but he learned real quick what the other guys learned real quickly, and it's hard to get outside on these guys.
That's right. We've got more players.
Here we go. Luke Johnson, Golden, and Madrid coming in for the Tigers. We're going to run them in quickly here. 3:20 to go in the ball game. Cassville's leading 42-14. Falk is at quarterback. Madrid is split out wide to the right. Falk's going to roll to the right. He's looking. There's Beach wide open, thrown behind him a little bit. He tried to reach back and grab it and just couldn't quite get it. They were open.
They were open. Stood behind them just a little bit.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Let's see who's running a play in right here. Number 85, Derek Jones. Okay. There comes Eilert's in.
Well, he's a big target.
He is. Throw it high.
Throw it high. Give him a chance. See what he can do with it when he gets it. I'd like to see him get open strided and He can probably cover a lot of ground with those big legs.
Nathan Eilert's one of the basketball players for the Tigers. He's about 6'5" or 6'6". Falk's going to up. We've got a flag on the play. Falk was rolling to the right and was going to be looking for Eilert's out there.
I'm not sure if that was delay of game or didn't look like it. No,
false start on the Tigers. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Cassville's leading 42-14. Delay of the game on Tigers. Ball is on the 12-yard line. It's going to bring up third and 16 or 17. Britton Madrid's bringing the play in for the Tigers. Derek Jones is going to be playing the tight end on the right side. Falk's going to roll to the left, and he's running. He got past the corner. Looked a whole lot worse than it was. Well, Falk he picked up about 10 yards right there.
Yeah, fourth down. I guess we're going to probably be sending the punt team in here.
2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Eilert's is going to carry a play in. We're not punting.
Looks like we're going to go for it.
We're just going to go here. 4th and 8 for the Tigers. Ball on the 20-yard line. I think we're hoping that if we don't get this, they're going to knee it and be done with the ball game.
Yeah.
Falk under center. He's handing off to Beach right up the middle. Look at little Beach go right there, and he's going to...
Oh, he spurted out of there.
Golly, he got close, but not quite enough, I don't believe.
Close. Maybe a little bit short.
Good little run, though. Not quite... Well, they're gonna measure.
Well, let me tell you my football coaching story that kind of relates to this situation here. I was coaching down in Lavaca, and we were taking a beating one night, and we had our headsets on where the coaches were talking back and forth, and it was kind of like a walkie-talkie. And it just so happened that the superintendent of schools carried a walkie-talkie also. And I tuned over to the station that I thought he might have been on, and he's an old football coach. And I said, Coach, what you got any advice in this situation? We're taking a beating here. You got any advice? And the famous words had never been spoken. He said, get up slow.
Let that clock run.
That was some sage advice at that point right there. Get up slow.
Number 77, Jacob Lacey, has come in to add a little meat to that defensive line. Everything else seems to have stayed the same since the last possession. Falk is covering out here to the left. Number 2.
Driving back. There you go.
Walker carrying the ball. Everybody's moving slowly now. 1:40 to go in the ball game. 2nd and 5 for Cassville. I don't think Cassville will score again unless they just break through and run along with. I don't think they're going to try to score again. Let's say it that way. They're just going to be conservative here. Beagle with a handoff up the middle to number 17.
A good stop.
That's Joey Haney. Clock down to a minute 15.
Drew Sugg made a nice play there.
Drew Sugg
still made the tackle.
Drew Sugg's going to be a good one for him next year also. Getting a lot of experience this year.
He's a pretty good little athlete.
Creighton Ledbetter out on the right side for the Tigers. Big old boy.
Yeah.
Sophomore.
Got to get stronger, that's for sure.
Yep. That's number 2, Haney, I believe. No, Walker. It's going to be a first down. Clock sitting at 49 seconds remaining in the ball game. There's the whistle, and the clock has started. Cassville coaches are having their boys run it slowly in there. They're not going to do a whole lot here.
This may be the last play from scrimmage right here.
Well, the defense needs to bow up, or
we sure do.
They're going to score on them again. No, they're going to knee it right here, Dennis. There's the ball game.
Victory formation.
Well, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. There's still 20 seconds, but that's going to run off, and this ball game is going to end with Cassville winning 42 and Prairie Grove 14.
Well, the two a little bit of time running off, but I tell you what, it's again, you got to come play teams that are better than you to find out where you are and to find out if you can get better. At some point, this game tonight will make us a better team. And
well,
teams are shaking hands in the middle of the field. This is probably the best part of the game right here.
That is.
A lot of sportsmanship. Coaches are shaking hands also.
Shaking.
Good to see.
Let's pay tribute one more time to the Prairie Grove Telephone Company, our sponsor on this webcast.
PG Telco is proud to sponsor Tiger football. With PG Telco's high-speed internet service, you can catch all the Tiger football action at pgtelco.com. Call PG Telco today and let us be your connection to PG Tigers online and the World Wide Web. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Well, with 7:30 remaining in the fourth quarter, it looks like West Fork still leads Farmington 22-15. That's going to be a close one to the end, it looks like. Once again, this ball game is over here. Cassville has come away a winner, 42 with Prairie Grove 14. The Tigers fought hard, got tired, and
defensively got tired for sure.
Just struggled throughout the ball game, and the coach is going to go back and they're going to find some positive things out of this. And
got so many kids, this is taking a while.
Yeah. Well, once again, you talked about it earlier, how they dressed their ninth graders out with their senior high. They got a lot of players there.
Right. They got 4 grades to pick from out there.
Well, the Tigers are going to go over and make their way and kind of huddle around on the field, and Cassville's going to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you once again, next week we go home for the first time this year, and the Tigers of Prairie Grove will take on the West Fork Tigers. Tigers will enter that ball game with a record of 1-1, and if things hold on the way they are at Farmington, the West Fork Tigers will enter the game with a record of 1-1. Watch www.PG Tigers online this week for information about next week's broadcast. Because it's a home broadcast, the quality should be a little bit better. We'll be able to do that for you. So we're glad we were able to give this to you tonight. We wish the outcome had been a bit different. But like Dennis and I have said tonight, the Tigers will come away from this and they will learn some things and hopefully be better for it.
You bet, and they will. They'll come back. That'll give them it's incentive to go work a little harder this week and improve on the things that you didn't do well tonight, and come back out Friday playing a team that we haven't beaten in, 2 years? 2 years.
Yeah.
So be a good opportunity to come back and get back on the winning track.
Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So long, and we'll join you again next week from Prairie Grove as the Tigers take on the West Fork Tigers.
This has been Prairie Grove Tiger Football. This broadcast made possible by Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club and by the generous donations of the Prairie Grove Telephone Company. Be sure to visit www.pgtigersonline.com for all your Tiger sports information. Thanks for joining us tonight, and make sure you join us again in the future. Go Tigers!